Hey guys and girls, my name is Alan and welcome to today's video. So it's going to be an actual gameplay commentary today. I think I'm back on track now doing gameplay commentaries for Wednesday for Fortnite. So a variety of topics to talk about today, but I guess the first thing I want to mention is that I am starting to stream a lot more regularly these days. And I keep banging on about it, but I know I don't quite stream, at a set schedule. I'm all over the place, morning, not morning, evening, afternoon, early morning. But yeah, if you're free some time and you see me online and you just want to check me out or just want to chat, just pop in, say hi. Really appreciate the support. That's the plug over for that. Right, so the next thing we talk about is the new stuff that might be coming to Fortnite. It could be as soon as this week. So they did announce that the next limited time game mode, LTM, that's right, limited time game. LTM is going to be gun game. Now, gun game is something that I remember fondly from Call of Duty, and it probably features in other games as well. But I remember it from Call of Duty, and the premise of it is, so you start off with a certain weapon. So in Call of Duty, it's usually like a pistol or something, and then you move on to something like an SMG, and then a shotgun, and then a sniper, and then you get launchers, and then towards the end it gets a little bit harder, and you get sort of special weapons like maybe a crossbow, ballistic knife, and then for the final kill you might have to get like a throwing knife kill or a melee kill or something like that. That's how it works in Call of Duty, and as I said, it features in other games as well. So I don't know how it's going to work for Fortnite. But I imagine maybe everyone drops in with a gun, with a pistol, and then obviously you have to get kills to then progress to the next weapon. So I don't think there'll be traditional looting, as in you won't find weapons, but you'll probably have to still search for heals, resources. I don't think things like traps and stuff will spawn in because it kind of defeats the point of it being a gun game. Obviously, I'm interested to see how they do it. To be honest, there's not that many weapons in Fortnite, but I guess. That's because there's not many weapons that I choose to use, but I suppose if you think about it, there's a white burst and then there's a green burst and so on and so forth. So I don't think they're going to go through colours because that would be a bit stupid. I think they're just going to go through categories, so pistols, magnums, shotguns, launchers, maybe the crossbow for the final kill is what I'm guessing. I hope it isn't, but it might be. Well, actually, no, it won't be too bad, I suppose. I know they've buffed it recently, so it does a lot more damage than it did. And I got one shot a couple of times during the sniper LTM, which was very annoying and surprising at the same time. Alright, so I sort of failed a little bit there with the build, but I managed to get the kill. So, yeah, quick note about the gameplay. It is a solo match. I don't play many solos, so these matches are going to be far and few in between. Enjoy them while you can. I do sort of save them for gameplay commentaries because I don't really talk to myself when I'm playing. I don't really talk and play at the same time. Well, in squads and duos, it's different because I'm always communicating with my teammates, and we just sort of have a bit of a laugh on the way, a bit of banter, that sort of thing. So that's fine. That just comes naturally. But in a solo, I don't really. There's a lot of downtime in solo matches. So you might get an initial spree of kills at the start, and then the second, third in the match will just be like looting and just getting to the safe zone, and then towards the end it might pick up again. And so there's a lot of downtime, and I don't really talk that much when I'm concentrating. So when there's a lot of action going on, I tend to just go silent and just try to listen in on enemies, and I'm just thinking about what to do next, basically. I'm not one of those players who can just talk about everything and anything while playing the game and doing well at the same time. It just doesn't work for me. So that's why I choose solos mainly for my gameplay commentaries, but obviously I use other matches as well when I do like part live comp. The other thing actually I just remembered to talk about for the potential gun game LTM is that I do wonder how they're going to implement it in terms of the storm. Now, obviously, to progress to the next weapon, you need to find players to eliminate. So they obviously want to force players together, and what they could do is potentially restrict some of the map. I don't think they will because they'll want to use the entire map, I imagine, but they could restrict the map. The other thing they could do is they could make the storm a little bit faster, so they could implement sort of like a blitz mode, not the blitz mode, like the storm from the blitz mode, and just make it so that the circle shrinks a bit faster. But then the thing about the blitz mode is that if it shrinks too quickly towards the end, people won't be killing each other with weapons, they'll just be dying from the storm, because you'll get plenty of hit markers and things like snipers and crossbows and things like that. So if people end up dying from the storm, how does that work in terms of who wins and who loses? So maybe blitz mode for the start and then just normal towards the end, or maybe a combination of both, smaller map and blitz mode. Well, no, actually a combination of smaller maps and no, combination of nothing. No, it's either got to be one or the other. It can't be a combination of both, because that'd be silly. Right, so I see this guy and I stalk his ass, and for some reason he just comes out the storm and just starts healing. Doesn't build, doesn't anything, doesn't even check behind him. So I managed to sneak up behind him, easy headshot, easy kill, and he's got a medkit, 2 medkits for me. So fantastic. Right. The other thing that was announced earlier in the week as well, via a tweet from Fortnite, is that there's a new piece of equipment coming, and it's called the Porter Fort. Now, when I first heard it, I thought, oh, it's gonna like teleport maybe you, your teammates, maybe a small chunk of your base to a different location to safety, you know, sort of thing. It's not actually that at all. It's a grenade which you prime, so there is a timer. You can't just throw it down straight away. You've got to activate it. There is a short countdown timer. I'm not sure how long it is exactly. And then you throw it, and then basically a column appears up out the ground, a tower column. So it's like, I think it's 2 floors high, and then on the very top there's like a base where you can sort of, there's like an upside down umbrella area where you can obviously stand and have the height advantage on enemy players. And I mean, from the tweet, it looks as though it pops up really quickly. I don't know if that's the speed it actually is going to be in the game, because obviously when they animate it, it's always going to be a little bit different to how it is in game. However, if it's as fast as it is, if it's as big and as strong as it looks, this might be a game changer for people who can't build, for people who can't panic build, for people who just like to rush straight to the middle of the circle when the circle is, you know, getting smaller. They can just pop a couple of these down. If you've got more than one, for example, let's say each of your teammates has got one, that's 4 columns in the middle within a matter of about 15 seconds. And I think that's potentially a game changer. Obviously, you don't quite know until you try it for yourself and you see it in action or when you've come up against it. But it does look as though this is, I don't know, for a game that emphasizes so much on building and being good at building and obviously using the terrain to your advantage, getting the height if you can to get an advantage over enemy players and enemy teams. Being able to just shut this down and have a column smack bang in the middle, made out of steel as well, I think it was made out of, which is, you know, obviously strong material, is going to be interesting. Obviously, the large open surface area at the top means that you can still be rushed from enemy players from different sides. So you've still got to obviously keep an eye. It's going to be hard for one person to defend the entire thing, but you know, in a solos, for example, you know, if you've got good awareness, you can defend it quite easily, I would imagine. In teams, obviously, people can probably still jump pad in, stuff like that. So there are ways around it, but obviously we don't know how it's going to be until we actually play ourselves. So I think that's coming out this week. I think the LTM is also coming out this week, so we'll have to wait and see. But it could be delayed, don't know yet. But looking forward to trying those 2 out, obviously. And I just hope Gun Game is fun, because I do remember that fondly from, as I said, Call of Duty. Speaking of LTMs, I did mention it sort of briefly last week, in that one of the things that I need to be more on top of is uploading more relevant content, more up to date. So the LTMs, obviously, they only last for a week. If I record it and upload it 3 months later, which is what I'm doing in some cases, it's kind of pointless, because obviously that game mode is no longer available, and there's no point in me really talking about it, because it's already been out for so long, or it's passed and it might never come back again. So one of the things that I'm trying to work on is to get more of the LTMs up a bit more up to date going forward. I know that we've had the explosives game mode more recently, and I do have some gameplay of that I want to upload. And so hopefully by this weekend I would have uploaded at least one of those gameplays, and then going forward, as I said, I'm trying to try and keep on track with the LTM. So keep bugging me, but obviously that's something I know I need to work on, and I'm trying to work on going forward in the future. So have no fear, hopefully more up-to-date content and a bit more regularly as well. It's just obviously, as I keep saying it, but I am busy with work and stuff, and sometimes I just don't have the time to upload on the day or on the night or whatever. But yeah, it's something that I'm conscious of and looking to work on going forward. Right, so the video is sort of drawing to an end, as you can see. Those who are paying attention to the timeline will notice that the video actually goes on a bit further than what this match is probably going to last for. And there is a reason for that. So unfortunately, I do go on to lose this match, as you can see. It was, I don't know, it was part avoidable, to be fair. When I was hiding behind that house before the circle really got really small, it's because I knew this guy was in there. I saw the trap at the doorway, I heard him stomping around upstairs. I just didn't think to rush him or to go on top of the roof, which is probably what I should have done. What I did instead was try to go around the side, and then obviously the guy that I just killed beforehand, he was fighting someone else and he got the kill, so I thought I'd rush in, get this guy. But that screwed me over, because I left the circle, and obviously I was weak by the time that the guy in the house came out to attack me. So it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I don't really like solos because of stuff like this. Like, I prefer it if it's a one-on-one and you know you both settled, you both got your full health, whatever. Then it's you versus them, and it's a fair fight. But I'm weak there. I get rushed. He's probably full shield. I hit him twice with a shotgun. Once was a partial hit marker. Did like 7 damage, which I don't really understand. I know I didn't hit him fully, but still, that sort of range shotgun should be doing a lot more. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't really play solos. Anyway, cuts now to a second piece of gameplay. I don't think it's the same night. It's a different night. No, it is a different night altogether. So the reason why there's only the tail end of this match, and that's because I wasn't even recording. I just jumped on. It was my first match of the evening. It was a solo. I didn't think I was going to do particularly well, do particularly interesting. But funnily enough, I managed to get a couple of kills. I was a bit annoyed because I wasn't recording. And then eventually it comes down to it, and I'm in the final 2 with this guy, and he's firing snowball launchers. And again, that's the thing that I need to mention, is that this footage and the footage beforehand is so old. It's from Christmas. That the snowball launcher is still in the game. You saw the Santa on the bus earlier, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like 3 months old, this footage, over 3 months old, and I'm only just uploading it now. So I know it's a problem I need to work on. But as I was talking about in my previous gameplay commentary for Uncharted 4 at the weekend, I'll link on the screen now. I'll also link in the description below. I do have a massive problem with recording way more than I upload, and I go into full details in that video. So check it out if you're interested to hear me talk about the stuff that I do behind the scenes. Right, so that will do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, consider tapping that button. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, consider dropping a subscribe. I really do appreciate the support, and plenty more footage to come out in the future for this and various games as well. I just need to be on top of it, as I keep saying. Right, as always, if you've got any thoughts, share me regarding anything you've seen today, anything we talked about, let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later.
And now it's hard to breathe.